Hey Simlies, it's Deligracy here, and I am doing a futuristic speed build for this speed build, which is kind of fun because, I don't know, future builds are awesome. My favorite part of doing a futuristic build, I think, is furnishing. And I have to recommend, if you enjoy this video, or if you just enjoy more futuristic styled builds in The Sims 4, James, my friend, the Sim Supply, has done some awesome futuristic builds. He's like the master of futuristic builds. So I totally recommend you go check them out if you want to. And yeah, but basically the inspiration behind this build is that I kind of had a storyline in my head. My storyline was that there's this family of aliens who've come to Earth, and they're just so fascinated by the Earth and how the Earth works and how humans work that they kind of want to blend into society. So they want to kind of make the most of the environment we have, because we all have all these beaches and greenery and heaps of oxygen in the air, which means things can grow, and water. And I just thought that, you know, what they'd want to do is they'd want to live in like a green house. So the house would be really green and have lots of planters, and everything would just be green, and they just want to get in with the environment. So that's kind of a storyline I thought of. I don't know if it's weird, but it's not weird. It's just being creative. And yeah, I just imagine they'd be like hippie aliens. Yes. Kind of makes me want to feel like doing a little LP about hippie aliens. That would be fun. But anyways, I am going to the US next week. I'm so excited. I know I've said this in a few videos, and I keep going on about it in live streams and on Snapchat and everything. But I just cannot wait, because I'm going to be going to the East Coast, which I haven't been there before, and I'm going to be going to Boston, to PAX East. If you're there, I would love to meet you guys. So make sure you hit me up on Twitter, and if you see me around, by all means do come up, and I want to give you a hug. The other thing is I'm going to New York City after PAX as a bit of a holiday. Boy Deligracy is going to be with me. We're meeting up with a Simly who I've gotten to know pretty well, called Alec, and he's going to show us a few places in New York City, and that is just going to be incredible. Number one, because it's New York City. Number two, because I've always dreamed of going to New York City. And number three, it's the first time Boy Deligracy and I are traveling overseas together. We've done Australia trips, like to rural Australia and all of that, but we've never actually been overseas together. So I'm really excited about that. I don't think I've ever really been overseas with a boyfriend before. Oh wait, that's not true. I went to Indonesia. I went to Bali with ex-Deligracy, my ex-boyfriend. Gosh, that name sounds so severe. But yeah. I also got an iPad today, and you know what? I felt so guilty buying it, because I had an iPad 2 years ago, and when I was in Sydney, it got stolen out of my bag, which is pretty crazy because I've never experienced theft in Australia except for when I left my phone behind on the bench at a cafe, which was really stupid. I just left it there accidentally. I came back like 2 minutes later and it was gone, so I don't know, easy to happen. But we usually don't have a lot of issues with theft. So for someone to have reached into my bag when I wasn't looking and grab it was just really bizarre. Like, just unlucky. So I don't know. So I felt guilty because I had to buy another one, and I don't know, I feel like I felt guilty because I feel like I shouldn't have had to buy another one. So I got one. I got a big one. It's gold. I'm so sick of rose gold. By all means, if you guys love rose gold, good for you, but I can't stand it anymore. I just feel like rose gold, marble, those two things just make me feel like I can't deal with it. It's just saturated the market. It's like consumer vomit. It's everywhere, and I can't deal. And I know lots of you guys love rose gold, and you should, but I just can't deal. Someone on Twitter actually told me it's called bro gold when guys like rose gold. They call it bro gold, and I was like, that's cool. I like that lingo. I like it. Marble, I don't think I can ever get over, because marble's just like your classic, amazing, natural, beautiful material. But I think the marble that I mean is just fake marble textures everywhere. And it's just like, can't do it anymore, you guys. Can't do it. But yeah, basically this build is taking shape now. I think it's, I don't know, it's kind of got this 3-tiered shape about it. I wanted it to look like it was almost something growing, like a plant growing in a weird way, going upwards. And it's got a basement where the bedrooms will be. I think it's got 2 bedrooms, but you could add to this really easily because you've got the whole basement to add to, which is pretty sick. And obviously there's that very strong, I guess, color scheme of having white and green together, which I love the contrast of it. And I don't know, I quite like this build. I think it's simple, I think it's nice, and I love the furnishing once we get to it because we use a lot of mirrors. One of the things I used to do in The Sims 3 for futuristic builds is put mirrors in the garden, like just have tall mirrors next to the plants. And I just find that to be a really, I don't know, mirrors to me seem futuristic for some reason. And I just, again, I'm using fancy artistic terms, but I love the juxtaposition of the natural with the man-made, which is true. Don't mind me, I studied art, so writing about art. Actually, that's one thing I'm good at that you guys might not know about me. And I know I sound a bit cocky saying it, but I am good. I am actually good at writing art essays. That's something I did really well in school. And I'm stoked with it because I'm not really academically outstanding. I'm definitely more of a creative person, but that was one thing I did excel in, and I really enjoyed doing. Like, I could write an art essay right now. I love writing art essays. So if you guys ever want an art essay, I'll totally write one for you. Putting lots of green trees in the garden. I also put these rocks, like elevated rocks around the house. Like the aliens had this weird gravity effect to their surroundings, which I thought was creative and kind of levitates in the air. Also putting mirrors on the back of the other mirrors because the backing was a little bit ugly, and lots of these round fountains everywhere. I think water will come out of the fountains, but I don't know, because it's an alien build, it's fine. Really wanting to turn off this grid about now, but yes, and this just looked odd. Actually, it doesn't look too bad, but I was not feeling it, you guys, not feeling it. Also, I was reading all of the comments from the finale of the Twins LP, and thank you so much for your amazing comments and feedback, because reading those comments just made me the happiest girl in the world. Editing the last few parts of Twins was really time-consuming. It took so long, even though it might not seem like much, it took so long. So to read comments from you guys appreciating it, some of you guys did realize the amount of editing that would have gone into it, and it was just so nice of you guys to realize and thank me. And the best part was, though, that you guys enjoyed it, and some of you guys, actually a lot of you guys, were feeling a little bit emotional after that one. So if you haven't watched the Twins series, I understand if you don't have time to watch the whole thing, it's 59 episodes long, but I would recommend you watch the last part of the series, and you only need to watch a couple of minutes of it. What did I tell my mum? I told my mum the specific time, and I'm going to tell you guys in case you feel like watching something for a couple of minutes that I feel proud of that you might appreciate. So let's just find what I wrote to mum. What did I say? I said, "Hey mama, I want you to please watch the latest Twins finale video." Okay, skip to 13 minutes and 20 seconds. So go to 13:20 on the timeline and watch for like 3 minutes, and that's it. It's just like a little montage at the end. And putting in lots of these like strips of lighting, I thought they were kind of cool to divide up the house. Love how you can see the reflections in the mirrors all around the house. And I just want to get to furnishing. In the last couple of months, I was actually working on this, and I did bring it up briefly in a live stream, and we started to furnish it. And then I just thought, no, I think I just want to redo it and record it for YouTube. And so this actual build I did ages ago. I don't even know why I never posted it. I just didn't finish it. I don't think, at the time, I don't know if I felt happy with it, but now when I went back to it, I was like, yeah, I'm digging it. It's cool. So I kind of remember the furnishing more than the actual build because I furnished it yesterday. Which is funky. How funky is your chicken? How loose is your goose? Ow, how loose is your goose? Where did that song come from? Did you guys used to hear that song? I don't know. Oh, and this is the kitchen. Oh, we're up to finishing. How exciting. So this is the kitchen, and this is what I was working on yesterday. It's glass flooring, which is just badass. And I think if you had a kitchen on top of a glass floor, if you went into a house that had a glass floor underneath the kitchen, you'd be like, whoa, this is trippy odds. But this kitchen is very much inspired by green color scheme again. Now, not all the rooms in the house are going to be green and white, okay? This is just the first part, and there's a lot of green in here. I love these green lights. It's almost a little bit too bright. There's too much exposure. I think it gets toned down a fair bit in a few minutes, but I think for aliens, it kind of works having that really exposed lighting because it's like, whoa, what is with this place? Like, it's meant to look abnormal and over the top. Lots of green plants everywhere because aliens would just be like, oh my God, there's plants on this Earth. It'd be so weird because all the planets we know of, I don't think any of them have I don't think any other planets we know of have much water. I think they found water on Mars, so they're like, oh my goodness, people can live here because there's like a cup of water or like it's a water molecule. I don't know much about space. I could be completely wrong, so I'm sure some of you guys will comment down below to let me know. But I think there's a water source in some size or way or form. But Earth is like where the water is, which is awesome. That's why we got living creatures. But the thing is, we only know how life exists through water and oxygen. Like, we don't know how else life lives. But that's not to say in the whole universe, there is something called life that appears to be living that might not use water. This is the thing. This is what's so weird because you never think, or you rarely think about, oh my gosh, we're actually so small in the scheme of things. What is out there? It's absolutely crazy when you actually take a moment to think, like, look up at the sky, look out your window, and just be like, what is up there? It's crazy. And I don't know, like, you could maybe start to feel anxious thinking about that, but I don't think you should because it's actually really amazing and exciting. Or if you'd rather not think about that, just focus on what's happening down here on Earth. I actually thought of a comeback the other day. I have a little issue. And when an issue is a real issue, it's called an issue. So, by the way, we're building a little movie area, which I kind of like. And I love the mirrors on the back of this movie theater screen. I think they look dope. But yeah, my issue is I have a very, very poor sense of direction. Some of you guys would have dyslexia. And if you guys don't know what dyslexia is, my understanding it's when you may have difficulty with reading numbers or letters because your brain jumbles them a little bit. I basically have dyslexia of orientation. Like, I got no idea where I'm going. I get lost so easily. It's so embarrassing. I swear there is like a thing wrong with me, but then my mum is the same. So I don't know. But anyways, I love these mirrors. I never know where I'm going. But I have a comeback now because, get this, you guys, just wait for it. It's that good. There is no such thing as north and south because the globe is a sphere, or the world is a sphere. Isn't that beautiful? So if people say you're going the wrong way, like you got to go north or something, I can be like, well, this Earth is spherical, so excuse me. I don't know. It's kind of lame, but I felt good about it at the time, so I thought I'd share it with you guys. Okay, so this is the little barbecue area. I feel like if you were an alien, you'd be loving the outdoors unless your body would shrivel up from oxygen and carbon dioxide. But I just thought, you know what? They'd probably love to have a barbecue. Probably love to have their alien friends come around and entertain in the Earth's ways. And we do a lot of color blocking as well. So we're using black and white, asymmetrical balance. I don't like doing symmetrical stuff very often. So I like it when it's a little bit off center. And what's over here? Is this? Oh yeah, we just have a little eating area around this side, which works quite well. This table wasn't really fitting in very comfortably. I had a little bit of difficulties with that. So I think we end up putting a little table and umbrella, I believe, or just a table. We might change it. No, table and umbrella must be in a different part, which is fine. I'm really, the lack of swatch options is really starting to bug me, you guys. Like, I think it is a real issue with The Sims 4. It's an issue. You know what? I'm going to say it right now. It's an issue. Okay? Because the more I play it and the more builds I do, the more I'm getting frustrated and feeling like I'm really, really not able to be creative enough with the game. So I think I'm going to write a letter to The Sims and explain my frustration. Or I might just make a Dear Sims video and just be like, look, I love you guys. Thank you for everything, but this is really bothering me like crazy. Now we're inside, we're on the first level and we're making a nice TV area. It'd probably be really distracting looking at a TV that has mirrors everywhere because the reflection would be really distracting, but it looks cool, so we go with it. And I wanted to place something on the wall over the mirrors. These were a little bit chunky, for that wall, so I don't think we really keep them, but these are kind of cool. Again, we're going with real kind of dynamic placement of objects, so we're just putting kind of frames all around the place, and it still looks balanced. Like, it's still balanced. You don't have to do everything symmetrical for it to be balanced. But the human eye is actually attracted to imperfections. Although, arguably that's not true, because if you guys have heard of the golden ratio, or the golden mean, golden proportion, divine proportion, that's actually a mathematical equation that basically says the human mind is attracted to the appearance of things that suit that equation. It's actually really interesting. But things like pyramids, seashells, naturally have applied that equation to them, like they fit that equation. Oh, not pyramids. Pyramids are man-made. Duh, Delhi, what are you talking about? Imagine if pyramids were just here. Oh, that'd be weird. But yeah, seashells and other stuff. But then Leonardo da Vinci then applied it to his works. And then now in the modern day, they've actually applied the divine proportion to human faces. And it turns out some people say that the most ideal beauty is the more the face suits this kind of symmetrical proportion, which I don't really believe, because some people are really weird looking and you're like, wow, you were so weird looking, but you were like the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. Like that model. Oh, I like this little blue wall area. It's a little bit of fun. It reminds me of that movie about moods, the blue one for sadness, that character. Oh, that's sad. Now it's a sad corner. Damn it. There's this model and her name is Magdalena. Oh, her last name starts with F. Magdalena Fraj. I need to look her up. She's really weird and alien looking, but you're like, whoa. Let's see what her name is. Magdalena, oh gosh, I can't pronounce this. Frakowiak? Magdalena Frakowiak? It's spelled Frackowiak. And she is just crazy looking. She really does look like an alien. She has this very rounded face with this lip pout and very, very wide set eyes. And she just looks like, I don't know, I'm looking at photos of her now and I just think, how is that humanly possible? I always wish that I could see what models parents look like. I wish there was a website that just showed all of models' parents, because I bet you the parents aren't always very extravagant looking. They just have this weird looking kid who's just like, whoa, you look good. Anyways, back to the build. Lots of rambling this session. I'm sorry. You guys, can you comment if you prefer rambling or talking about the actual build? Because some of you guys say, oh, I love it when you ramble. Like, just ramble all the time. But I have a feeling a lot of you guys would like a little bit of build talk as well. Or probably a balance of both would be ideal. Oh, this is the set of table and chairs I thought we were putting on the other level outside near the barbecue, but it's actually going on the rooftop. And I just thought it looked a bit weird having just the one umbrella, so I actually go and put up a second umbrella on the other side of the rooftop. And there's a ton of greenery around here, which I thought was really fun. And just, I don't know, me likey. And I kind of liked the idea of having that hint of red in the corner. I thought that was a bit of fun, just to offset it a bit, and loving the green hat statue. That's going to be my favorite statue in The Sims 4. I feel like it's so kooky and in a way kitsch. Like, it's an old classic Renaissance statue with this metallic hat on it. How cool is that? So I quite like it. And yeah, here we are just placing that other umbrella up there because I just felt like we needed something else. And it's a little fountain at the top. Moving downstairs, this is where the bedrooms are, or the boudoirs are. And the main bathroom's also down here. So if you wanted to use the bathroom, you'd have to go downstairs. And I personally really like when a bathroom's very separate to a lot of the rest of the house when you go and visit someone, because it's just more private and comfortable. Whereas if it's like a situation where, okay, I'm lactose intolerant. If I accidentally eat lactose, it can be a toilet emergency. And if I'm out at someone's house or at a restaurant, I'm like, oh, can I please use the bathroom? Where's the bathroom? And they're like, oh, it's right there. And it's like right next door. You're like, oh no. That's no good. So when it's a bit separate, I like that. I have another question for the comment section as well. What do you think of his and her bathrooms? Do you think that's a great idea? Love it, all for it? Or do you think if you're that close with a person, or like not necessarily his and her bathrooms either, like his and his or her and her, like whatever, a significant other's bathroom? What do you think of that? Do you think you should be close enough that it shouldn't matter if you use the same bathroom, or like I like my own bathroom and that's how it is? You let me know. I don't really know what my idea is. I don't think I've ever had... I can't imagine having the luxury of having a his and her bathroom. I can't imagine that. I just have never been close to that. So I just get overwhelmed by the idea. Hey, maybe if I was a millionaire, I would. And then boy Deligracy could have his own bathroom. And I could have mine. Oh, that'd be nice. No, I'd probably rather just one massive bathroom, to be honest, with a sick-as bathtub. Sick, fully sick. Oh, and I love this nice mint green bathroom. Speaking of bathrooms right now, I love that the sink matches the wallpaper. So, and also the wall lamps. Sometimes I forget to use wall lamps, and they are quite nice. And then we're copying everything over, but we're actually going to turn this into a blue bathroom. So we have the pastel pink bathroom and the blue bathroom, which is to go with the main bedroom. I should have made that toilet blue to tie it in as well. Dying. Build regrets. Oh well. And popping those two lights there. Little waste basket or washing basket. Ooh, that reminds me, I really have to take my rubbish out tonight. Can't forget. And then we have a bedroom that matches the blue bathroom. So it's very matchy. And oh, there comes that marble. There she is. Loving the white marble. Classy. And of course we needed to put some mirrors up again. And I think we put a couple of lights on there, but we keep it ultra simple. And the other bedroom I've made into a little girl alien's bedroom, or maybe she's a human. Oh, maybe this is a human and alien's house who had a crossbreed baby. That'd be pretty cool. And I do like my little hint of yellow there because I've just got to break it up somehow with something. But it's very minimalistic, this house. I don't know, I like it. Me like it. Stick some plants in the corner too, because why not? Everyone loves a good plant. So yeah, we're putting pink up. I love the mirrors behind this bed because it's just this massive wall of pink mirrors with the pink lighting coming off it and just some lights coming off there too. And that's it. I tried adding other things, but you know, sometimes less is more. So that's what we went with. And we've got a table at the end of the bed. I love these little shelves coming off the bed too. They just make it look a bit more contemporary, I guess. It's just refreshing instead of having a bedside table. And this bench at the end of the bed is definitely inspired by IKEA because they sell a bed bench like this that you can actually, you literally just put it over your bed and you can move it forward or backwards. So if you wanted to eat in bed, you can eat in bed. It's actually a really good idea for someone who is sick or ill to have that, because then you can have your meals in bed and still be eating at a table, which I thought was quite nice. And also putting some things. And I love the trees just being cropped there behind the mirror. I thought that was quite a nice addition. It's a nice bedroom. I quite like it. The marble floors, I would assume, would be heated underneath to the aliens' ideal temperature. I wonder if they'd live in a really cold house or a warm house. But anyway, here is the finished product. I took quite a lot of screenshots of the exterior, so we will take a little while to get through them because I was like, I can't choose which one I want to use as the thumbnail. I don't know, just couldn't choose. So we used several of them. Maybe one coming from above would be best. Just don't know. Not that one. That one's cropped too much, and you'd probably think, what are the black things on the screen? And wow, that is a bad screenshot. What was I thinking? There we are. So here's hit my knee. Sorry about that, guys. We have the downstairs lounge room with those cube ottomans, the dining room and kitchen. Quite love that room. I like it a lot. And the window glass panes looking through to the staircase. And through those gaps, you look downwards onto the floor below, which is quite a nice addition, I thought. We've got the barbecue area up here with the seating area, which is slightly undercover, which is quite nice. And the bar area too, continuing with that very stark white and green aesthetic. Mirrors there. We've got the little seating table, which looks so nice. I just want to go sit there. Oh, looks delightful. And a bit of privacy on this on the seating area next to it. And these aliens apparently love their health and well-being. So we've got a few things there. In the basement, we have this second lounge room that's got a lot of green, but it's also got that pop of bright colors on the wall there. The minty green bathroom, because when you brush your teeth, you want to remember that it's minty fresh in there. I don't know what that was. And then the little girl's bedroom, which is just a little bit of fun with those epic cool doors. And looks like we got another one of the green bathroom, because why not? Here's a shot of an outdoor mirror, one of my favorite aspects. Love the green water as well. And yeah, we're pretty much finishing up now after a few more exterior shots, which, yeah, all done. And of course, the bird's eye view of each level, so you can see the layout and floor plan of it. And it is available on the gallery for download. It should be. I should have put it up by now. I haven't put it up yet, but I'll try and remember to. And under the hashtag Deligracy and the username Deligracy, so you can get it if you'd like to. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you're having a lovely morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are in the world. I look forward to speaking to you soon.